Hi, everyone. Hey, I've just been looking at Elijah's life and just thinking about some of the things that we've been going through currently. And a lot of people that I'm talking to are just feeling burned out. They're feeling worn out, tired, run down. And whether that's with ministry related things or family related things or work related things, there's just a lot of that going around. And I was looking at the story of Elijah. And Elijah, of course, is one of the Bible heroes. He calls fire down from heaven. And he has this whole showdown with the prophets of Baal, and they all show up. He calls fire down from heaven and shows God is God. And then they kill all the prophets of Baal. They get rid of idolatry in the land, and everything's going really good. And then Jezebel, who is the wicked queen of the time, sends him a message and says, I'm going to kill you by this time tomorrow. You will be dead. Now, I've always wondered, why Elijah, and I still don't know, why. He had a fire fall from heaven. Like, you'd think he would be okay with taking this woman on and being like, okay, bring it. I got fire. You go ahead and come and get me. But no, it says that he is scared for his life. And so he runs. And I just want to read a few verses out of 1 Kings 19. It says he went about a day's journey into the wilderness, and he came to a broom bush. He sat down under it and prayed that he might die. I have had enough, Lord. Take my life. I am no better than my ancestors. Then he lay down under the bush and fell asleep. And I wonder how many of us are in that place at times where maybe you're not quite that extreme and maybe you're not feeling that, but some people are. Some people are at that place where they're having thoughts of suicide and dealing with those type of depression issues. But Elijah here is to that point where he says, I've had enough. I'm done. And maybe you're in that place where whatever it is just burned you out and you're just done. But then this is where it gets interesting. He fell asleep, which, by the way, sleep is always a good thing. You should sleep. All at once, an angel touched him and said, get up and eat. He looked around, and by the way, that's the spiritual word for the day, get up and eat. He looked around, and there by his head was some bread baked over hot coals. So this is pretty good. God's giving him the food. He ate and drank, and then he lay down and he lay down again. The angel of the Lord came back a second time, touched him, and said, get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you. So he got up, ate and drank, and then he traveled to a cave where God shows up, and this is where God comes in that still small voice. And here's what I think. The angel recognized it. He says, the journey is too much for you. And I believe that there are times in our lives where we're facing something that is bigger than we are. The journey is too much. But he says, you need to eat. You need to strengthen yourself. And then he comes to him in his presence and reveals himself to him. My challenge to you today, draw near to Jesus. The Bible says that his word is our daily bread. It's what we need to be strong enough to take on the journey that's ahead of us. And so reading the Bible, spending time in prayer, spending time with him, and listening to his still small voice will prepare you for the journey that is ahead and give you the strength to go on. Even if you're feeling discouraged, you can go forward and God will carry you through. So I challenge you, get alone with Jesus, find some time to be with him this week. God bless.